Happy Tuesday, film and TV students. Mr. Chavez here, just kind of checking up with you on these Tuesday videos. I just want to maybe try to explain the Google Classroom post that I put out on Monday and the work that you should be focusing on for the rest of the week. Okay. This week we're just going to go ahead and get started on our final project, the large video project. And really this week is just designed for you to kind of formalize your thinking, commit to an idea, and communicate that to me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. Again, hopefully you guys have gotten into the Google Classroom. Right there at the very top is the link. I'll take you right into here, just kind of going over some explanations. Really, I want you guys just to kind of start thinking about what type of film that you want to make for your large video project, for your final for this film. And there's really three different types of films. Okay, there's what you normally go to a movie theater when you think of movies. That's what's known as a narrative film. It has your basic story structure that we kind of talked about before the break, where you have a beginning, middle, and end. Each part does a specific thing for your story, right? You introduce the setting, you introduce the characters, you introduce the conflict, and then the middle part is what obstacles are you going to put in front of your characters during the conflict. And then the last part is how does it resolve? What's the climax? What's the fallout? Okay. In the Google Classroom, this video, HIM 3.0, is an example of a narrative film. It's done by Olivia Elvstad, who is a student of mine. And this is a great example of a narrative film. It definitely has a beginning. There is a middle that you kind of have to decipher for yourself, and then the ending when she gets out. This is a very well done film, and it serves as a great example as a narrative film. Okay. The next type of film that I wanted you guys to look at was The Box. This is a good example of a documentary film. The difference between a documentary film and a narrative film: documentary films are always truthful, right? They're works of non-fiction, meaning they're an actual thing. So, a lot of times these are like on social issues or hot topics of the moment. Right now you could do this coronavirus, right? You could get reactions of different generations of people. But in a documentary film, you as the director are taking a specific point of view within your film. In this one, they're talking about CrossFit and the advantages of CrossFit. And with a documentary film, a couple of things you want to do. You're going to want to talk to a couple of experts, people that are connected to your story. You're going to want them to tell your story of your topic. You're going to want to talk to experts, okay, and just get different points of views. And over the course of your documentary, you're going to try to persuade your audience into believing what you believe, right? Believing your point of view. And at the very end of documentaries, there's usually a call to action. If you do end up watching The Box, the call of action is just to get fit, get healthy. Really encouraging the audience members to do that. Okay. The last type of film that you can make for this is what's known as an experimental film. This is a little bit more artistic, a little bit more avant-garde. The example that I gave you guys was this music video that was produced a few years ago. With experimental films, you want to be a lot more, I want to say artistic, a lot more deliberate about a certain part of filmmaking. Okay? As you watch this film, right, this is a music video. There's a lot of different stories that are taking part during the course of the song, right? We get introduced to the different members of the band, their instruments they play. There's some good beauty shots. And so this filmmaker really focused on cinematography as well as editing. Another reason that I like this is 100% original, the students' work, right? They wrote this song, they composed this song, they performed the song. And so this is another great example of an experimental film, a music video. Okay. So really this week what I want you guys to do is take a second, get into this Google Classroom. Take a look at the three different examples of the types of films: the narrative film, the documentary film, and the music video. Okay? What I want you guys to do is after you've thought about that, I want you to download this large video project commitment statement. This is really your first step in your project. What I'd like you guys to do is just to kind of tell me what type of movie you're going to be making. You know, is it a narrative? Is it a documentary? Is it an experimental? Go ahead and put your name. If you do end up deciding to work with another classmate, go ahead and put their name. I would like both partners to turn in a commitment statement. So I should see 2 of these if you decide to work on the project together. And really the last part is I just want you to write me a 3 to 4 sentence paragraph of what your film is. Tell me about the characters. Tell me about the conflict. Tell me about the social issue that you're going to address in your documentary. Or if it's your music video, what are you going, or if it's an experimental, what are you going to focus on as part of the filmmaking process? And here's 2 last notes I want to share with you guys. The first one, I guess, is the one that really comes to my top of my head. Wednesdays, 9 o'clock live virtual class is going to be canceled. I got called into the principal's office, but you can definitely make up on Thursday at 9 o'clock. I'll be meeting with the other film and TV class, and it's going to be the exact same material. The second point that I did remember was also when thinking about your story, I really need to know about who absolutely needs some equipment. Or maybe this week, try your cell phone out, try your tablet, see if you can record a few things and edit them with some free apps. We'll be talking about some free apps that you can use in the future, but you guys can more than welcome to go to iTunes and find those. So start thinking about how you are going to film and edit these stories. I'm still getting the runaround for computers, so we're kind of in the holding pattern for that. Okay? So really this week what I want you guys to do is really start thinking about your large video project. What type of film do you want to make? A narrative, a documentary, or an experimental? Communicate that to me through the commitment statement, and just turn those into the Google Classroom. Okay, guys? I'll see you all Thursday at 9 o'clock. Don't forget Wednesday's canceled, but you can catch the exact same virtual class on Thursday at 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, guys? Have a wonderful week. Think about your films, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and take care of your friends and family. Have a wonderful day, guys.